Good morning. I finished these 3 this week, and I thought it would be nice to have some small ones to take to the farmer's market. So these little cuties are only 4 inches by 6 inches. I just thought that was such a cute little size. So there's this Cousin Maud. Isn't that adorable? Stories of the Universe. And this one is the one about plants. And I thought that was a very ambitious title, Stories of the Universe, for such a small little book. And then there's this one, this one's my favorite. It is Lady of the Lake by Sir Walter Scott. And I'm going to flip through all 3 just quickly, but I'm going to go do this one first. So this book was totally in pieces. It was in 3 pieces when I got it. The back was and the front were separated. I think it was still connected here, but just barely. And then the book text block was just falling out. So I took the spine and I stitched it onto a piece of just chipboard. It was actually matte board, and I thought the color was okay, and so that I was able to save that. And then the cover I attached to some very heavy like upholstery fabric. So it's just one continuous piece here, goes all the way across, and I did use a hidden spine. So yeah, so just kind of these pieces, first I glued them down to the fabric, and then I stitched all the way around. So it was very secure, front and back. It's all stitched. And it worked out really great. I'm very happy with it. And it's such a pretty cover. It was just so wonderful. I was so happy to be able to save it and use it. It's, I don't know if you can see all the beautiful gold gilt on it. And I believe I know it's from the 1800s, and it could be 1880s or even earlier. I mean, it's just very, very old. So here's are some of the original pages I was able to save. I did have to do some hinging to put them together, but just, look at how that's so cool. There's no date on it. I tried to look it up on eBay, and I could not find this particular edition, but I know it was written in the mid-1800s. So this could be, it could be that old. It's kind of interesting how they put it together. These pages here are they were already like glued together like this. So I just took the whole section and I wanted to put it in here because it had such pretty stuff in it. So I put it in my journal there. As you can see, there's no date. Anyway, so then I added a bunch of interesting pages. I love this retro book. She reminds me of Snow White with the bird. This is one of the old calling cards, the Victorian calling cards, which I thought seemed very appropriate for this beautiful old book. And this is a map. These are some of the maps that I got. My sister got it from a friend of hers. They're old Coos County logging maps from like the 30s. Well, I saw the 30s, 36 on one that was dated. I saw 1914 on another. So they're very old. They're kind of interesting because so the black side, and it's not like it's inky or anything. It's not. But the black side is not the correct side to look at, because if you want to read it, you have to look at this side. So maybe they were made to be put in a window or on a light box or something. I'm not sure. So anyway, these have neat old maps. that I got a bunch of. And, oh yeah, a little bit of Edgar Allan Poe. And some writing paper. So this is the center, and instead of attaching this and turning it into pockets, I left it loose, but it could be glued down and turned into a double pocket. I'm just going to take my glasses off. So here is, and I see it's coming up a little bit, so I'm going to have to fix that. It's one of the stickers from the antiquarian and botanical sticker books I got. I'm not too sure about the sticking quality of those stickers. I might have to use glue stick on them. So these are some of the original pages. This is the author's introduction. I had to do a lot of hinging to put all this together. Here's just an old photo. It's kind of funny. So first signature. Second signature starts with the Salvador Dali print. I don't know, these neat pictures of old antique furniture was in this book I found just recently. I kind of like it. Every page is just all furniture, no real text. It's all pictures. This is from Hansel and Gretel. And I found this old beat-up copy of poetry by Rod McEwen, August 1971. I had a copy of that poetry when I was about that era in the 70s. This is one of the old miniature French postcards. It's clipped on there with a Tim Holtz clip. An illustration from the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, of which I have several copies. Lots of writing space. These are kind of what I would call sort of naked journals. You know, they don't have a whole lot of embellishment in them. A little bit in each one. From an old book. Something I just hinged 2 pages together that didn't actually go together, but there's some more of that map. See, it says Douglas County, Curry County, and I live over here in Coos County. And then I found this neat book about aviation. It's like a field guide to piloting an airplane. Kind of interesting. A little pocket here. It's one of the vintage playing cards, and then there's one of those little tiny cigarette cards. And another calling card. This is from the this 1960s book of etiquette for teenagers that I got. Today's teenagers could learn a few things, right? Excuse me. And here's a tag with a little T tag on it. More from the pilot's book. It's an illustration from another old book I have. I wasn't able to do much with the Lady of the Lake. That book was just too old and crumbling. Okay, last signature. A page from Living on the Earth. It's a cute little children's book about the farm. This is another one of the curled up map pages I got. It's kind of an interesting paper. It almost has like little bits of fiber in it. And it's kind of shiny. It's just very cool paper. I've never really seen any paper quite like it. It's from this neat cat book. Cat loaf that looks like a meatloaf. So I'm doing some haying here. Like, this is my sister, and this is her new guy that works at her ranch, Johnny, doing some work. Johnny working in the garden. Aren't those cute? Some recipes for buttermilk, sour cream, and cream cheese, and fruitcake. And that's it for that one. So just adorable, just really nice to hold. Small, would fit in a purse. Really like it. So the other small one is Cousin Maud, and I kind of like looking at her face. She almost looks like she could be a younger version of Maud from the Golden Girls. Really pretty cover. This one I did the stitching directly into the spine because it was in pretty good condition. It was all together and kind of colorful on the inside. I decided to, at the last minute, I didn't really want the plain off-white paper on the inside. It really wasn't very interesting at all, so I added this paper here, which is pretty busy, but I like it. So this is some Tim Holtz paper. It's the new one, Abandoned. And this is the title page from the original book. Cousin Maud, the Milkman's Heiress. And I believe it was 1909. I think there's another page in here that tells. So here's another one of those map pages. I think this could be used as writing space. Another one of those pages from that book of different antique furniture. Vintage playing card. Another page from that cat book. This, I think, is probably was it's a page from the original book. It was the inside cover, and then this is a picture of the lady that wrote the book, the author. Another Salvador Dali print. So here's a little one of the Victorian calling cards here in this pocket. It's a page from the farm book. Aren't those cute? Guess they're little twins. This was also one of the pages from the original book. Oh no, this is from the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Yeah. I put this in because the illustrations were just the right size for this book. I really like them. And here is a little tuck spot here with one of my snippet strips. And some more Rod McEwen poetry. It's a page from a bird book and journaling card I made from that Cavallini poster that I cut up. Has all kinds of advertising from New York, from, like the 50s, 60s, whatever. On a farm. A little pocket here with this tag. I guess it's more of a journaling. Well, I guess it's a tag. I don't know. Maybe a journaling card. Some pretty paper that I actually just got at Joann's. I really like the feel of it. It's that it feels like soft handmade paper, and I like the text on it. Here's the witch from Hansel and Gretel. It's part of a Salvador Dali print. Very colorful. I just got this big book of Salvador Dali prints, and I just love I love his style and just the very, you know, interesting way he puts a lot of things together and all the colors. Just interesting books, interesting pictures. So once again, here was a scrap, which I could have attached it and turned it into a pocket, double pocket, or it could be left like this. So I will let the owner decide how they want to do it. Edgar Allan Poe. There's more from the Pilot's book. Okay, so this is the last signature. These two each had 4 signatures. Milking a cow. This is from Goldilocks. I just hated to cut any of these pages off, so I just folded them. That way you can enjoy looking at the pictures. Another one of those maps. And the etiquette book. Just a page from a very, very old book. Some artwork. And just a tiny little belly band here with a photograph inside. Chaucer, Geoffrey Chaucer. Here she is trying all the beds. Okay, so that's Cousin Maud. And then the last one, I thought this one here would be suitable for a man's journal. It's very small. I don't have a whole lot of pages, but it would make a nice man's journal because I like the cover. And I kind of didn't go too girly on this one. Kept it pretty gender neutral. Like that painting. There is some Hansel and Gretel. There's that witch again. And just a couple little journaling cards. Yeah, see on this map you can see it says 1936. This is the black one, which I just think is so cool. I tell you, it took some effort to straighten those maps out because they were curled. They'd been rolled up for decades, tight. And this is from the Billy Goat's Gruff, I think, the 3 Billy Goat's Gruff. That's the troll under the bridge. Some Edgar Allan Poe. Some more furniture from that book. Excuse me. That's actually scrapbook paper. I like the feel of it. It's nice and soft. This is from the old reporter's journal that I have. Like the typewritten papers. There's the big Billy Goat. So as you can see, when I do 3 like this at the same time, I use the same kinds of papers in each one. So I guess I shouldn't really bother with flipping all the way through this. Maybe you've already stopped watching. Who knows? Oh, I added a little extra writing space here. I just have a big fold out. And here's some more of the Salvador Dali print. Some Rod McEwen. It's back on the farm here. From the original book, The Library of Useful Stories. There's Johnny working on the farm. Okay, I think that's about it. So I'll be taking these 3, and look at how little this is. Isn't it cute? Okay, I'll be taking these 3 little cuties to market today. Hope you enjoyed watching.